Hey, dude. You alright? I'm just gonna ask if it's cool if we talk about Galleon next week instead. So we'll cut that bit out. Hey, hopheads! Welcome to another episode of Fourpure at 4. So, as you can probably see and hear, I'm not doing so great today, so I'm gonna have a quiet, relaxing weekend trying to get over my cold. Which is why I'm not going to be really talking to you guys very much today. Instead, I'm going to hand it over to my esteemed colleague, Steve Morris, the head of packaging here at Fourpure. And he's going to talk to you guys all about how we package our beer, why we can our beer, all the cool stuff that we have, and a little bit of behind the scenes here inside the packaging hall, where all our beer gets canned and kegged for you guys to enjoy at home. So without further ado, here's Steve.
So hi, I'm Steve. I'm head of packaging here at Fourpure, and I'm going to be talking to you about the canning process and the canning line today. So we started canning in 2014. At the time, we were sort of one of the sort of pioneers. A lot of people were asking why we chose to put beer into cans rather than bottles. I think these days, most intelligent, aware drinkers know about the benefits of cans: airtight, lightweight, don't let any sunlight in, just all those things that are better for beer preservation and for transporting the beer around. To be honest, these days when I'm asked why we put beer in cans rather than in bottles, it feels a little bit like when people used to ask why would you want a camera on a mobile phone. It just is the right thing these days. It's just accepted, and I'm really pleased that we were sort of one of the pioneers of that. So we've invested really heavily in the best packaging equipment we can, particularly with our canning line and the packer that puts the cans into the boxes. So we've got a CFT canning line from Italy. I always think about it in terms of the goal for us is the best quality beer. And if you think about oxygen being footballs trying to get at that goal, I think our canning line is like Gianluigi Buffon, because it's just the absolute best at deflecting it away and keeping the beer protected as possible from that oxygen. Produces some really fantastic results. We will get oxygen levels of about 50 parts per billion or something in can, which is quite difficult to understand as a concept or as a number. So the way I always think of it is, if we filled 1 billion cans using our canning line, and then using my smallest pair of tweezers, I got the oxygen molecules out of every single one of those 1 billion cans. I'd only have enough oxygen to fill 50. It's pretty bloody good. One of the really important things when you're canning is to seam the can as fast as possible. So we always want to run our canning line absolutely flat out. It's designed to do 12,000 an hour, and as much as possible we want to run at that speed. So to enable us to do that, we bought a box packer. So it takes those cans and puts them into boxes as quickly as the machine runs, and it's able to do it both in 12 packs and 24 packs, which it means that we've got two great formats out in the market with the best quality products. In terms of packaging, you know, for us it's a very different process. It's all about controlling things, keeping things to certain parameters, and really trying to look after the details. So to work in packaging, you really need to care about every single detail of that quality, and to make sure that you do everything in a very set sort of certain way that we've determined over time gives the best quality output. So last year we filled about 3 million cans, but it was only across 10 different beer styles. Last year we brewed 60 different beer styles. So there's a lot of variety of different products that Fourpure brew that isn't at the moment available in cans. And that's an area where we're really challenging ourselves this year to innovate. We want to get more and more of our different beers out in the market in small pack, so that you can, drink them wherever the occasion is. So we're looking at the most sustainable method of doing that in terms of lightweight labels, so that we can do canning runs of, let's say, 5,000 or 10,000 cans, limited edition, one-off brews, get them out in the market, so that those of you that can only get our product in cans, maybe from our web shop. So our total investment in terms of the canning line and the packer is well over £1 million. And I remember thinking 2 years ago when we were first getting the equipment installed, that seems like a hell of a lot of money, and it seems like something that's much too big and faster than we require. But now we're at the stage where, you know, we've got 24,000 cans of juice box going out to Canada. We've got, you know, 40,000 cans of stout going to Tesco's, and being able to produce this, you know, day after day after day is absolutely critical. And so the investment's really paying off, you know, not just in terms of quality, but in terms of keeping up with the demand for our cans.
All right, so Steve, the best, the coolest, my favorite head of packaging that I know. Hope you guys found that interesting. Obviously, packaging is super important. One of the key reasons that our beer is going to either taste great when you guys drink it or not so great. So it's not all my fault if something goes wrong. Hope you guys really enjoyed that. I'll be back next week. Please remember to subscribe, share, follow us on all the social media platforms. Ask us any questions if you have any questions. Any requests for what we talk about next week, make sure to send those along too. In the meanwhile, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I know I'm gonna spend mine lying on my couch feeling sorry for myself. All right, you know, as usual, I'm gonna close up. No, let's start that over again. That was terrible. I don't really know what I'm gonna say. Hold on.